Assalamualaikum. My name is Khairunisa binti Muhammad Halimi. So today I want to talk about the application or usage of an information system. And then I want to describe the situation before and after using information system. The student enrollment. We can see that prior of the existence of the information system, every institution of higher learning in Malaysia. One of these items was disseminating information for the admission of new students in the institution only through newspaper and letters by postman. The information is used as an advertisement in a newspaper because there's no such advanced technology in that day. People will be up to date on the material. Next, to obtain new student data, every student who wishes to apply must obtain a registration from the institution and submit a registration form to the post office. Today, information system can be spread, processed, and acquired in many ways. With the advanced technology used, information can be spread more easily and widely across the world. However, ads for new student requirements are still being advertised through newspaper as they are still relevant to this day. On average, everyone has smartphones and laptops. Therefore, they can find out about something through social media. For example, UiTM wants students to sign through online. All information is provided through the official UiTM website. The interview announcement and results of admission to UiTM. The data and information will be handled by staff and related parties in UiTM. They also keep all students' personal data. In addition, students can find out the exam schedule and results on the website. Very simple and practical. Next, I want to talk about the library management. The library is a mandatory area of the institution. It is also where students and lecturers can find reading materials or students can find references material for assignment. From previous era, tradition was existed. This place is also known as an information management center. Librarians will distribute, collect, and process data, among them spreading posters about lectures and activities in the library. In the days before using the information system, everything was done manually. Students need to go to libraries like PITA to lend or return books. Librarians will record student learned books by storing return dates in book and keeping catalog cards for proof. PITA also provides a space called OPAC. The catalog may be lists of materials available within the library and is finished by the cataloging units of a library. Catalogs are customized to facilitate the search of books by users or librarians by respect to the name, book title, or subject material. It also refers to the collection within the library. In addition, some of the applications designed by UiTM are the e-book and the UiTM Library mobile app. Both of these applications are for students to find reference material and reading material for review. Second point is about open distance learning. Online learning means digital learning. All teaching and learning materials are also delivered in virtual form. This is a new way of learning and teaching apart from going to class face to face. Institutions in Malaysia also do not miss this method. It can still send data to users. The process needs to be done online and the data can still be collected. One of the most popular online learning methods for lecturers to teach is using the WhatsApp application and Google Meet because the usage is very simple. The benefits of online learning are also important in case they are far apart and cannot attend class face-to-face, whereas UiTM use iLearn for students have their study materials or notes, assignment notice from lecturers, and can also review exam results. During the MCO season, students are directed to go home and practice online learning. This is to disconnect the COVID-19 network and prevent infection. Most likely, students are vulnerable to each other, and the situation at the same time is detrimental. This method is quite different from the old days. With no technological and digital sophistication, it is also beyond the capabilities and minds of the people at that time. The fourth part is about the tuition fees. Paying tuition fees before having an information system may be a bit tricky. The current system of transactions still remain the same system in the past, and there are also new types of transaction introduced. In the past, some institutions did not have student tuition fees, but each student was given an allowance, and that allowance is given on the day of the enrollment of new students. Now, things have changed for the payment student fees. For example, the UiTM fee payment system needs to be implemented at Bank Islam. Payment can be made at Bank Islam counters at any branches in Malaysia. In addition, students can also pay fees through internet banking. Just visit the Bank Islam website to make a payment. Finally, students can also pay through ATM machine. The last point is about the activities involving online voting. If you remember, in the past, if you want to do an activity or have an activity organized by the university faculty, some of these activities need to record our attendance to prove ourselves participating. At the same time, they did it manually, so if they wanted to record their present, they had to write the name on the paper. It's a slow process to do. The other students have to wait their turn to write the attendance. Contrary to the present day, the availability of information system is simple and fast. We can now record your attendance or wish to cast votes through an application from Google called Google Form. This app will record everything, and even more interesting, it's very detailed. Through this Google Form, we'll also know the total numbers of students. When using manual methods, it can also take time to calculate the number of people. In Google Form also, the chart will appear. The process to use this is instantaneous. Students do not have to wait their turn to write in attendance or to vote. Everything is online. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sunah Bibi Tenayan. Today I would like to present the benefit or the negative effect in academic management in the university. After we have a IS, student enrollment have lots of advantage. It is because open registration can be slow process, but with the online registration, you can become more efficient. Application can apply for online benefit, and all you need to do is approve the registration. It is much more efficient and effective than studying paper forms and processing forms manually. Thus, before we have a IF, it's hard to keep track of everyone paper registration forms. Students may submit their form at different times during the open enrollment period. By online enrollment, you can easily see which student has registered and which haven't yet. This will make it easier for you to see students who have not submitted their enrollment. The benefit of library management after have a IS is students can find information easily by using the OPAC. OPAC is the online public access catalog, as also known as OPAC. is an online database for all resource and material owned by specific libraries. This is a card catalog, for example, that can be accessed through a computer or the other electronic device. Benefit of OPAC is it's easier to see because user just need to enter the access directly and can find the material in the library. Before you went to use the OPAC, you need to insert the ID and your password. Then you can find all the information that you need in the OPAC. Okay, the next point is open distance learning. After FOIS, open distance learning have a lot of advantage. It's because open distance learning is a complicated technology. Most of students didn't like the ODL because some students have a problem about the poor internet connection to enter the class because of the poor internet connection. If the internet is not working properly, it may disrupt the class and disrupt the learning process. Then it may difficult for students to understand in detail what the lecturer are teaching. Open distance learning is challenge for student to finish their assignment, and it also makes it difficult for students to interact with each other. Okay, the next point is tuition fees. After FOIS, tuition fees have a lot of advantage. For example, it can have positive impact. Payment service conversion using manual to electronic or online can have a huge positive impact, especially in an effort to create the cashless society. Technology has also changed the world towards a more sophisticated life and improving the quality of the system public sector delivery. Okay, the advantage of tuition fees is student can pay the fees by themselves by using the online service. It can be more easier for student because they can pay by the online service, and students do not have to go to the bank and line up to pay the fees because we have the online payment. Students also can use a various channel to pay the fees, such as internet banking, mobile payment, and other else. The benefit of academic management in the university is activity involving online voting because it is easier to manage and implement. Okay, this is particularly beneficial for students who are doing the distance learning. This is because some of the activity organized by the university must record their participant. Our online activity involving the voting system, students can use it with a single click of mouse. For example, Universiti Teknologi Mara Puncak Perdana has held class tajwid. At the class tajwid, we are limited to 100 students only. One student have complete the class. They need to fill the form of attendance in the Google form that they provided. Then using this technology, students do not need to write on the paper because we have the online form. So everything will be recorded in this application.